Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's live analysis for Bank Nifty. Today is the 21st of February 2023. We also have the Fin Nifty expiry, and what you see on the chart. So first of all, on the left is nothing but the Bank Nifty futures contract, and here on the right is the Bank Nifty spot. And what I'm trying to showcase you is overall we are trading in a bigger balance. So what do I mean by bigger balance is this is the entire zone, which we are trading in. This is again from the first of February. Okay, so that's what to start with the context first. Similarly, now once you know that we are trading in a balance, but what's happening is we are just the inventory is just getting adjusted. So what I mean by inventory is so those who, so if I divide this balance into two, okay, so this is the lower half and this is the upper half. Okay, so these are the two halves and this is the mid of the balance. Okay, so those who bought in the lower half, so these are the buyers, and they are the ones who are selling in the upper half. Okay, and once they sold the inventory, then again they are creating shorts. So basically those who are coming in the upper half, now they are trying to take the price lower, and they have their cost basis at this level, and that's where they will be. So it's just a wish wash cycle, what we see with these edges as the the level of support and resistance and the area where we are interacting. Okay, so this should give you some clarity in terms of what the heck is happening, right? So let me just erase this. So now as I have shared the upper half and the lower half, let me redraw that section again, and now you'll see something more clearer. Okay, so what I mean by that is identify where is supply and where is demand. Okay, so I am more interested in looking at supply rather than demand, because once you cut off supply, it immediately it turns into demand. Yeah, so that's the simple logic, and I try to keep things simple. Okay, so here what I'm currently seeing is where is active supply. So the active supply is from 41,400 to 41,600, 41,600 to 41,800, 41,200, and still we are in the supply zone. So where the yesterday's price closed. If you see below the close of yesterday, we are seeing a lot of stacked buyers. So this is where the cost basis is present, and there are some HVNs which I'm seeing. So 4,400, but yeah, these are more from the positional trade perspective, but I am seeing that there are buyers coming in at the lower edge, lower edge of the areas. And also, so this is on a 30-minute chart. So if I go into 3-minute chart, then you will be seeing some sort of trapped sellers here, and that's what are the areas of my particular interest. Okay, so these are the areas where a lot of, to simplify, this is what I'm trying to share. These are the areas where supply is shut off or demand is there. On the higher areas is where if the price or if the auction goes higher, we can expect some sort of responsive selling coming in. Correct. So overall we are still in the mid of the balance, so and we are now trying to go to the lower or the lower half of the balance. So let's see, because currently this is the value, and where the price got accepted, and we saw some sort of reversal, and the reversal came in at 40,600 levels. Okay, or above that. So there was some front running happening at those levels. Okay, so this is on the Bank Nifty futures. Similarly, what I want to show you is what's happening in the spot. Okay, so spot also, so I'm looking at this red, all this red areas, so you see this, all this red zones, right? And at the lower edge. So here what I see is the white are the ones where demand is there, supply is shut off, and there are some number of inventories, which, or the shorts which have been trapped. Okay, but overall we are still in this bigger range. There are buyers here. This entire zone is where the supply is present. Again, there is a smaller zone here with supply is present. So very interesting day today, because yesterday we saw supply being shut off. Supply just exited, and where it exited, or where it shut off, was 4600, and again a round number, a psychological level. And the question I'm asking is why it shut off at this particular level. Okay, so the reason which I'm able to find out is there are buyers present, and there are very less. So there are trapped inventory lower. The trapped shorts are lower, but more buying activity, or buyers are present who bought during the first and the second February, mainly on the 2nd February, where they again would try to average their cost, and they will try to protect their positions. Okay, so the current time is 9:03. I don't want to bore you with all these details, but yeah, so that's what I'm looking at from the higher time frame perspective. And now if I just shift to yesterday, and now which are the areas where I'm looking to see where the inventory is trapped. So currently I'm seeing trapped shorts around this level. So 4650 to 4600 is the area where the inventory, or the shorts are trapped, and I'm seeing more of longs getting trapped above 4900. Yeah, 4900, 41,000. A lot of buyers trapped above 4100. Yeah, so these are extreme zones, but let's say if the auction opens within this range, so this range of 4750 or to 4600, this 150 point range, then we are sort of in a balance. Yeah, and what we need to see is the immediate focus shifts to the low of the day, because there is a lot of liquidity and a lot of buy orders. I would say not a lot of buy, but a lot of limit sell orders present in this, below the previous, or below this current swing low, or below the previous day's low, what we can say. Yeah, so very interesting day. There is some sort of supply seen, but yeah, very interesting day, and good equal distribution of the sellers, or of the supply is present. And if I just use a simple trend line, right, so if you see, this is just a simple trend line which I plotted, with and these are the zones where I'm again expecting supply to again strike in, and this is again, it is confirming with my data that these are the areas where shorts are there, or supply is present. These are the where buyers are trapped. Yeah, so we'll look at the pre-open data to get some clarity, but overall inventory is short since last 3 days. So the value, if you see, we are developing lower. So overall the inventory is short, but we are getting short to too short. Okay. Yes, if I see the extension or the range, yes, it has extended, but yes, the reason why I'm a bit seeing that inventory short to too short is because we reached this lower balance. There was a cost basis somewhere around here, 4600, and where it got tagged, and we saw a reversal. So if it tagged, and if there was the close was below the cost basis, then I'll be more confident to go short. But now I'm not very confident, and I'm seeing that the supply, so basically the supply is weakening now. So we need some new supply in the current auction. If the new supply comes in, then yes, then the entire this demand, it can be absorbed. But today what I'll be looking at, whether the new sellers, or the new supply is coming in or not. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. And from the market profile chart, let me just what happened. Okay, So if I see just the yesterday's profile, we are having single print. So we have a single print here and we have a single print here. So there are shorts getting trapped, shorts which are trapped, in the zones. Plus also we have got, a level of equilibrium at 41,000. So expecting some sort of responsive buying around 40, below 4,800. So 4,800, 4,600, these are my, inflection points, or, the areas which I'll be looking at if the price opens flat. If the price opens gap up, then, or, it will be in this range, then, the shift focuses to the higher area, which is, 41,000. Okay. So let me, the pre-open data is out. Let me just open that chart, pre-open data. So we are opening at 4784. 4800 is, what I shared, which I'm looking at, and there is a single print zone there. So let me just mark that level. So no split now. Just looking at the single print. Okay, it is not showing any single. Okay, here is one single print and here is one single print. Okay. So this is one zone. I'm just marking where the there is a single print zone, and that's where the buyers are trapped. So split it and I'll save it. Okay. Interesting day. So 40,784. Now why is this not updating? Just give me a second. Yeah, okay, so here the price is not updating, but 4784. Now the focus shifts to 4800. So this is 41,000, and then 4800 is the level of equilibrium. And what I'm expecting is, so there is a single print zone here, and expecting some sort of choppiness. Based on that, I'll be taking the trades, but I will be waiting for a couple of minutes. And if I see from here, 4800 level, there is supply present, and what I'm expecting is to go higher and continue, if to break the 4800 level and tag the previous close. That's what my trade plan is immediately. So this is the trade plan number one. Trade plan number two is, if it fails to go below 4800, then continue tagging higher and see some sort of reaction at 41,000. Yeah. So this is the overall plan for me today, based on the pre-open data. And if you see, overall inventory is short, and the pre-open data, which came out, right, pre-open is flat. So I would say it is flat because the close was 4707 and the open is 4784. Yeah. So about sort of 78 to 80 points, it is opening up. Yeah. So it is pretty flat. Let me see which are the exact numbers. Yeah, 83 points, just 0.2%. And HDFC is negative. Yeah. So supply is present, in the current auction, and yes. So let's see whether how the supply comes in at 4800. Yeah. So that's the overall plan I have. Yeah. So thank you again, and let's catch up tomorrow and see how the auction is developing.